about 7,000 new Buckeyes join Ohio State and Welcome Week is in full swing.
A freezing sensation makes a big splash on campus.
And a big change in Ohio State football's lineup as they kick off the season this weekend.
That's all right here on Buckeye News Now.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Rithika Shah.
And I'm Mariana Bernard. You're watching Buckeye News Now. Most Ohio State students begin their time at the university at Welcome Week, and we're going to start the same way. From move-in day to Buckeye frenzy, I was in the middle of all the Welcome Week action and spoke to some new Buckeyes about their first experiences on campus. It was a sea of red as Welcome Week kicked off on Saturday with move-in day. Ohio State welcoming leaders assisted those living on campus to help the process run smoothly.
No, it's been really good. Everyone's been really helpful and friendly, and it's been awesome. I'm really excited.
Even through all the heat, OWL leaders remained optimistic.
Honestly, I didn't think it would be as fun as it is. It's like a real team experience, and it really helped me bond with a lot more of the people in my dorm.
One of the best ways for Ohio State students to feel welcome on campus is to attend the Involvement Fair, where they have the opportunity to join and participate in some of Ohio State's many student organizations and clubs, and to also pick up themselves some complimentary items. There were over 700 student organizations at the Involvement Fair, and some students found the experience rewarding.
I think it's a really great opportunity to find out what's on campus and what I can get myself involved with outside of class. So it's fun.
I love it. It's crazy. It's everyone's around, everyone's giving out free stuff like this plant, and I love it.
Here's what one student who has attended the Involvement Fair before has to say about making the most of it.
But there are tons of organizations for every interest on campus here. You got to make the most of your experience, you got to get involved.
Again, students got a taste of the university by attending Buckeye Frenzy on Tuesday.
Super crowded. Lots of cool stuff though. Lots of different foods, and I got probably 6 different water bottles and a couple t-shirts, so that was cool.
Reporting for Lantern TV, I'm Ariana Bernard.
While Ohio State's freshman class is smaller than we've seen in recent history, their standardized test scores make up for what they lack in numbers. This year's freshman class averaged an ACT score of 28.8, and SAT scores rose to 1,270. These numbers are 1% higher than scores from last year's incoming class. These freshmen may be good test takers, but also more than half of them had grades in the top 10% of their graduating high school classes.
This entire freshman class was under one roof Monday morning at Convocation in St. John Arena, the only time they will spend together as a full class until commencement in 2018. I was there to witness the excitement and one of the largest group selfies by far. Take a look. Freshmen were officially welcomed to Ohio State on Monday after attending Convocation held at St. John Arena. Some of the guest speakers included Executive Vice President and Provost Joseph Steinmetz, USG President Celia Wright, and President Michael Drake.
It's important for each of you to know that each of you is special to us. Our job and our responsibility, and also the thing that really attracts us to university life, is to work collectively to make your individual experience outstanding.
The Ohio State Marching Band was also in attendance, and their performance did not go unnoticed.
I thought it was good. The band did a really good job. It was fun.
And it was awesome. The energy in there was really good. The band was amazing, obviously.
President Michael Drake then became interactive with the audience when he asked students to join him in taking a selfie. However, President Michael Drake was not alone in this selfie taking. Vice President of Enrollment Services Dolan Ivanovich also asked students to take a selfie, this time using their own phone. Some students shared their reactions to the selfies.
I thought it was fun. I feel like that's becoming a really good trend, and I think it's a good way to kind of share your experiences.
I don't take a lot, but I understand the craze.
Reporting for Lantern TV, I'm Ariana Bernard.
Selfies don't seem to be the only trend going viral. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge has also taken social media by storm. In an event planned by undergraduate student government, Ohio State students gathered at the Union on Monday to complete the challenge and nominate that school up north.
We are having our version of the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge to challenge Michigan. A member of student government had the idea that we should challenge them to see who can have a more grand and awesome showing, so we're participating.
You know, Ritika, the humidity and high temperatures during Welcome Week has really made it the perfect time to complete those ice bucket challenges.
And you're right, but it hasn't been so great for everyone carrying heavy textbooks across campus.
That's true, and our meteorologist John Banghoff joins us now to tell us if these high temperatures are going to continue. John, how long is this weather going to last?
Thanks, Ritika and Ariana. I'm meteorologist John Banghoff here with Lantern TV. It's my pleasure to introduce your forecast for today. We have pretty much clear skies across much of Ohio, and as we head into the afternoon, it's going to remain that way. High of 82, low of 62 degrees tonight, 50% humidity, much less humid than it's been the past couple days. We have some light winds moving through our area, but again, relief is in store. As we head into your day tomorrow to finish out your week, high of 87 degrees tomorrow afternoon and a low of 73. The sun will not be out quite as much. We do have partly cloudy skies. There is a slight chance of precipitation tomorrow evening, and then for your day on Saturday, we get all the way up to 94. It's going to be a pretty hot one. A low of 72 on Saturday morning, but we do have a chance of showers and thunderstorms with some higher winds moving through it at about 8 to 10 miles an hour. The Ohio State Buckeyes playing Navy out in Baltimore, Maryland. At the start of the game, 79 degrees will be your temperature. By the end of the game, around 3 or 4, I expect the high temperature to be about 85 degrees. It will be humid over there, pretty warm. Looking at our 4-day forecast, again for your day on Friday, sunny, 88 degrees on Saturday. 94 degrees is going to be a hot one Sunday, quite rainy. And then for your Labor Day forecast on Monday, 88 degrees is going to be the eventual high. A pretty nice day to get out and have a cookout with your family, maybe barbecue. Get out and enjoy the beautiful weather. Again, humid conditions remaining. For your day on Sunday, a little more details here. High of 84 degrees, low of 71 in the morning. We still have that chance of lingering showers as a frontal system moves through our area. Showers and storms are going to be the main concern. And then for your day on Monday, Labor Day, high of 87 degrees. Will be a pretty nice morning, 73. There is a chance for some rain heading into your Labor Day evening. I don't think it will affect your barbecue plans. I'm meteorologist John Banghoff. This has been your Lantern TV forecast. Back to you guys in the studio.
Coming up, will students be able to take the plunge into Mirror Lake this fall?
And we'll talk Ebola, what the university is doing to protect you.
We'll be right back.
You may have noticed that our show looks a little bit different this year, and you're right. The Lantern Newsroom underwent a major renovation this summer.
This brought the Lantern TV from the Drake Performance and Event Center to a brand new studio here in the Journalism Building. Lantern Multimedia Editor Chelsea Spear has more on these changes.
When the lights come up on the new Lantern TV station,
my reaction, and it's pretty much when everyone is like a gasp.
Franz Ross is the station manager of the newly titled Lantern TV. And it's not just the name of the station that's changed.
I mean, we look like a legitimate news station now.
After an almost $250,000 renovation during June and the first half of July, the old Buckeye TV station was moved from the Drake to the Journalism Building.
Right now, if a story happens on the Oval or in, or at the Ohio Union, we're right there to cover it.
The room is roughly 700 square feet. Now over here we have the main anchor desk, which we use in all of our broadcasting shows. And just a couple steps over this way, we have an area where reporters can introduce their stories and do a stand-up. Just a walk this way is the green screen, where the meteorologist can do the daily forecast in front of this wall. And it all fits within the space of roughly an apartment.
This is just above and beyond anything that I ever could have hoped to have worked in until a professional level.
Chelsea Spears, Lantern TV.
Former Ohio State marching band director Jonathan Waters isn't looking for a new job quite yet. In a Tuesday interview with The Lantern, Waters said he wants his position back and hasn't decided if he'll be suing the university. Waters was fired July 24th after a 2-month-long investigation found a sexualized culture in the marching band. Investigators say Waters was either aware or should have been aware of the culture and did not do enough to change it. University Band's director Russell Mickelson and Associate Director Scott Jones will serve as interim directors until a permanent director is chosen. The university plans on naming a new director within 4 to 6 months.
If you've walked past South Oval, you've noticed that Mirror Lake has been filled back up after last year's $28,000 sustainability study left it dry. But with unconfirmed plans to change the landscape around the area or even change the water source to the lake, students are left wondering if they'll still be able to take the plunge this fall.
I mean, this has been done for decades, and it'd be kind of disappointing to current students and former students to see this go away.
A recent outbreak of Ebola has landed itself on Ohio State's radar. Ohio State spokesperson Gary Lewis said in an email to The Lantern that the university stands ready to provide broad education and take necessary steps to enhance or protect the health and well-being of the university community. Lewis also said the university has developed a screening tool to determine whether medical center patients have the virus based on their travel and exposure history and current symptoms.
I think because it's so far off in another country, I don't really think that anything, I guess I'm the typical college student that always thinks nothing bad can ever happen to me, but I just it hasn't really crossed my mind that it's going to affect any of us, really.
Next on Buckeye News Now, we're all about the Emmys.
And we'll talk about the future of Ohio State football without their senior leader.
Stay with us. It was a star-studded night at the 66th Primetime Emmy Awards this Monday, where AMC's Breaking Bad and ABC's Modern Family took top honors. Our very own Lantern Arts editor Danielle Seaman has the evening's highlights.
Thanks, Ariana. It was widely said that Monday night's Emmys was a rerun of last year's. With many previous years' winners taking the statue once again, Breaking Bad won Outstanding Drama Series, beating out Downton Abbey, Game of Thrones, House of Cards, Mad Men, and True Detective. Modern Family, Amazing Race, and The Colbert Report also won the bigger awards of the night. Billy Crystal's tribute to Robin Williams didn't leave a dry eye in the house during the In Memoriam segment, which also remembered the late Philip Seymour Hoffman and Paul Walker. HBO had the most noms at 19. However, CBS, FX, and AMC each took home 5 trophies, more than HBO and the other stations. Host Seth Meyers brought in the highest Emmy ratings in 8 years at 15.6 million viewers. And for more info on the Emmys, you can read a full recap on thelantern.com.
Football season is about to kick off here at Ohio State, and now we are joined by our sports director, Hayden Grove, who has all your football news.
Thanks, Ritika and Ariana. The Buckeyes will start their 2014 season on Saturday when they take on Navy in Baltimore. But on Wednesday, I took to the Woody Hayes Athletic Center where the Ohio State football captain spoke about preparing for their battle with the midshipmen and for the season without Braxton Miller.
In their final visit with the media prior to Saturday's contest against Navy, Coach Urban Meyer and the Ohio State captains are continuing with their preparation, but are also anxious to put on the pads.
I'm ready to play. It's time to play. I know Curtis is ready to play too. We talked about that earlier, so we're ready to play.
Seemingly chomping at the bit to get this season started, both Ohio State coaches and players tackled an array of topics in their final meeting with the media before heading to Maryland. The first of which was the defense and their efforts to contain the Navy's well-known triple option offensive attack.
So it's a hard offense to pick up, but I think the coaches have a really good scheme going in, and I think the guys understand what it's going to take to beat them.
You know, this will be a big test for how disciplined we are, how fundamentally sound we are, and what kind of execution we can have. You can't watch it so much because your mind will start going crazy because you're like, oh, I'm going to try to memorize this play, but you can't do that when it comes to week 2. Like I said, you got to read your keys and execute.
Head coach Urban Meyer said that the respect for Navy and their offense is so much that the team uncharacteristically started preparing for it on day 1 of training camp.
Well, we made a decision, and I don't want to say the resistance, but on the first day of training camp, we said we're going, you know, because usually install, and then we get busy, and we started day 1. So I think we have a handle on it. I just think who we're playing is really, really good at it. This is one of the better ones that I've seen over the years. As far as efficiency, as far as production out of that dark quarterback, he's really good. So,
with the defense seemingly squared away, the focus then turned to redshirt freshman quarterback J.T. Barrett, who offensive coordinator Tom Herman said is more than capable of handling Ohio State's offense.
We don't do a whole lot on offense, despite maybe what some people think we may or may not do. We don't ask the quarterback to be a rocket surgeon by any stretch of the imagination, and so and never have, and I never will, and maybe that's why those guys have played well in our system.
Tight end and newly elected captain Jeff Hireman, who said he'll be ready to play on Saturday, also sung Barrett's praises, as he has since Braxton Miller's initial diagnosis.
Yeah, he's taking control. He's doing a great job, and I told him, just be yourself, man. And I think that's the most important thing. You're going to make mistakes, and everyone makes mistakes. Braxton made mistakes. Everyone. I mean, that's just part of the game. And when you do, you can't get super down on yourself. And Buckeye Nation, they get after you sometimes, and that's just something you're gonna have to learn to deal with. And everyone deals with that. So.
Whether or not Barrett can lead the Buckeyes to victory on Saturday remains to be seen. But until then, follow the Lantern TV for all your Ohio State football updates. For the Lantern TV, I'm Hayden Grove.
Thanks, Hayden. That's all we have for you this week on Buckeye News Now.
And remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and our brand new Instagram.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.